Hello guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be taking this 2021 GLB 35. This one is basically the AMG version of the GLB. Let's go ahead and take it on a test drive and see how this GLB does. Alright, let's go ahead and take this Mercedes-Benz GLB on a test drive and see how it does. And I really like the red seat belts on this GLB 35. So driving this 2021 GLB 35, and this GLB is the 35 AMG. Basically it's the AMG version of the GLB, and this thing sounds really good. I barely hit the gas and I was able to hear some pops and crackles from the exhaust, and it wasn't even Sport or Sport Plus. But let's go ahead and hop on the highway and see how it does. Seriously, this thing just sounds so good. It does have the engine shut off, so when you come to a complete stop, the engine will turn off to save some gas. It's not even on sport mode, and this thing just sounds so good. Love the fact that you could control the screen from those controls right here. You could touch it if you want to, or you could actually control it from the pad right here. And the ambient lighting looks very nice in this GLB. Let's go ahead and put it in sport mode. Yep, seriously, this exhaust sounds so good. Upshifting early, you could hear a ton of pops and crackles from this exhaust. Wow, super comfortable on the highway, even in Sport Plus mode. But anyways guys, under the hood, they're going to be a 2.0 turbocharged 4-cylinder engine that is connected to an 8-speed automatic transmission, and it does have 302 horses and 295 pound-feet of torque. And I really don't know what to say. This thing is just so nice. Yes, it doesn't look the best from the outside, but this thing just sounds so nice, and it's so fun to drive. Brakes are really nice and solid. Wow, even in normal mode this thing sounds amazing. Seriously, it does have two screens. This one is 10.25 inch screen, and this one is 10.25 inch screen as well. And to control the left screen, you could actually control it from those controls right here. So that's nice. And the right one is controlled by the right controls. Let's go ahead and put it in Sport Plus because this thing just sounds so good. Let's go ahead and actually change the gauges. I'm gonna put it in Sport. Steering wheel looks really nice, and by the way, this one has only one package, and it's the heated seat package. It's a $500 package that basically gives you heated front seats. But yeah, seriously, this thing looks really nice. I wish the seats were a little bit more comfortable. Seriously, this thing just sounds so good. I drove the GLE 53. It did not even sound close to this. This thing has seriously an amazing exhaust setup, and it does have a good amount of fake noise that is coming from the speakers. But seriously, this thing just sounds so good. Of course, this is not real carbon. I'm not sure if you guys could see it because the sun is actually shining on the camera now, but wow. Seriously, such an amazing SUV. Let's go ahead and put it in manual mode. Wow. Seriously, guys, this thing just sounds so good, and this thing is just so fun to drive. It does have a good amount of body roll even in Sport Plus mode, but I think you could push this SUV hard around corners. But cruising on the highway, it's so comfortable, so nice. The SUV is nice and spacious. It has a good amount of legroom in the back, and wow, it's so quiet in here. But I'm hearing a little bit of noise coming from the mirrors, where the mirrors are like the corner of the doors. But that's only happening on the right door though. I'm not hearing anything from here. Put it in comfort. It just becomes so nice and comfortable. The steering wheel is nice. It does almost have that flat bottom design. It's not 100% flat design, but does have almost a flat bottom design. Fuel economy numbers are 21 in the city, 26 highway, and 23 combined. I think they could have done a little bit more on the highway, but it does have that boxy design to it, so maybe that's why it's not as aerodynamic as their other SUVs. Red stitching is going to be around the car. There is a little bit on the doors, actually a good amount on the doors. There's some on the bottom too, but yeah, seriously, it's so nice. And this 8-speed automatic transmission is nice and responsive. Seriously, such a fun SUV to drive. And it does go all the way down to the first gear, which is always nice. Let me go ahead and check the windows. The windows are not double-sided windows. They're not acoustic. But even though they're not acoustic, I think the interior or the cabin of this SUV is very, very quiet. Let's go ahead and take a left here and see how this 4MATIC system does. So 4MATIC system is good, no wheel spin at all. And I noticed something. There was a good amount of lag. I did hit the gas very hard, but I did hit the gas, but there was a good amount of delay. not sure if it sounds as loud from the outside like the inside. I mean, it does have that fake noise that is coming from the speakers, so I'm not sure how it sounds like from the outside, like the exhaust and the pops and crackles and stuff like that. So it'll be interesting to hear it from the outside. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and brake boost it. I do have it in I don't have it in manual mode. I always forget to actually upshift when it's in manual mode. Traction control is off. We're gonna go ahead and brake boost it, and it is in Sport Plus at the moment. So a very good amount of lag off the line, even with brake boosting. I'm not sure if I should have the manual mode on, so I'm gonna go ahead and try that with manual mode and see if I actually can get another acceleration with brake boosting, because that was very bad. But honestly, this SUV feels like it has way more than 302 horses and 295 pound-feet of torque. All right, so let's go ahead and do it this time. Hopefully we could get a better acceleration. And why? Okay, because I did see the symbol of the engine shut off. I could actually turn it off by clicking it. But hopefully we could get a better acceleration. It is in manual mode. So yes, I did not upshift in time, but beside that, it doesn't want to, for some reason, it just doesn't want to accelerate really hard. I know it could do way better than that, but I think I'm doing something wrong. I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing, but yeah, there's a good amount of lag. I think there is a launch control, but I'm not sure how to activate it. But other than that, guys, seriously, such a beautiful SUV. As I told you guys, I wish the seats were a little bit more comfortable, but they're not too bad. Upshifting early is the best thing, because you could just hear so much pops and crackles. Oh man, seriously, I could drive this SUV in Sport Plus mode all day. Probably I won't even bother putting it in comfort mode because it just sounds so good. But even though with comfort mode, this thing sounds really, really nice. So guys, this SUV is so fun to drive. It doesn't have a good amount of body lean around corners, which is expected from a boxy design. But man, I just love this thing. It's so nice, so fun to drive, and seriously, such a great SUV. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this POV test drive of this 2021 Mercedes-Benz GLB 35. And if you guys would like to see more videos like this, please subscribe. And as always, guys, I'll see you next time.